Peace, peace, peace to all the family out there. We got a good one for y'all tonight. Good one. I got a special guest in the house, Lazarus. About to break it down for y'all. So I want y'all to go ahead and just sit back and relax. Go ahead and get your snacks. This is going to be a good show tonight. And we definitely going to break it down for y'all. Go ahead and get this Bluetooth working on y'all. Definitely, let me get ready to get this show started in about 2 more minutes. So I just want everybody to come on in. Coming on in. Peace to everybody out there. Peace to all the guys and goddesses out there. Come on in. It's gonna be a good one tonight, family. We on Tribal Country. We're going live right now. What's up, God?
Okay. You got me? You can hear me?
Yeah, I got you, bro.
Oh, yeah, that's what's up. I can't hear myself, so,
Got you, man.
Kind of weird, but it's cool.
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you very clear right now. You know
very
what I mean?
Clear.
I can hear you, bro.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah.
What's going on, King? Peace.
Everything going, bro.
Peace and love.
Going. Yeah, peace, man. Everything going good,
all
man.
Right.
Definitely.
What's your salutations?
Definitely,
bro. Really good right now,
I
bro.
definitely want you to break down some of that stuff that you were talking about earlier on Facebook. But I want you to go ahead and go into your lineage and tell them who you are. So I'm gonna let you go ahead and take the flow for and you go ahead and just do your thing, man.
Okay, that's what's up. Let me just share it with a couple of my peoples. Let them know I'm in the building. Man, I want to say it's a blessing and an honor to be amongst a great father, a great person as yourself, bro. And I applaud your efforts for what you're doing in the community, making a difference. Leading by example, because that's what it's all about. It ain't all about all this talking. It's all about all the walking.
Yeah.
Should I say? Yes, sir. So I'll introduce myself to your family, and hopefully your family can be my family, and we all can be family in here. Family.
Yeah. That's the tribal culture.
I got Puerto Rican heritage, so when we say family, we say familiar. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like familiar. It's almost the same thing. Okay. So So I am, first of all, a humble brother coming to you. I'm not different from anyone else. All of us have a set of challenges that we go through and obstacles that we go through. It's about becoming a better version of yourself. So I'm going to introduce myself like that. And then I'll give my titles, my name, and all that stuff. All right. So I am known as the Solar Prime Supreme Minister of the Messiah Code Movement. I am known as also Lazarus Lamel 131. Okay. Now, you might ask me, well, what is the Messiah Code movement in reference to, because it's a lot of movements out here. Okay, in general, the Messiah Code movement is a collective or of many movements, many genres of thoughts, thought leaders expressing themselves, anybody that we connect up with and we build resources with. Collectively, we consider them to be a part of the Messiah Code movement. All right. You're a part of the Messiah Code movement right now, bro, because we're doing the job of raising messiahs. So, what is a messiah? See, because a lot of people get religious and everything like that. A messiah is a leader or a savior of a particular group or a cause. Real simple. We ain't going to get too spooky with it, but I consider each and every one of you messiahs, all right? Difference makers. A lot of people are waiting for something or someone to come save them instead of saving themselves, all right? So that's one of the ideas that I bring to the community in general. Now, we can get into the fact that I got this turtle right here because this is a totem of my people. America was known by many names. I mean, we consider it to be Turtle Island. Okay, if you look at the top portion of it, all the way up to Alaska, down to Florida or Fala, because I can explain. We call koala the top portion where you go California all the way up to Alaska, all that. That's koala. Then you got Lawata, which is basically Louisiana, everything in the middle, all right, up the Mississippi. And then you got Fala, which is like Florida, everything low below Florida. And then you got Dawala. Dawala would be Delaware. That would be the eastern shores of excuse me, not the western, no, eastern shores of Delaware. Yeah, the eastern shores of Delaware would be Dawala, and then you got Mala would be the upper part where you consider Maine be. But you know, that's a generalization of this land. It can be called by many names, by many heritages. Whatever heritage that you come from, you can call it by another name. Another reason why we link up with the turtle, because this links us with Mother Africa. I can show you. I got a couple slides. I'll show you. The turtle. It actually, the leatherback. It actually goes back and forth to Mother Africa to here. North America, South America. So, it was a way that we communicated with our brothers and sisters in distant land. We've done this for many thousands of years, following the migration of the turtle itself. Okay. It's other totems that we embrace, such as the owl is sacred to us as a people. Now, you might say, well, what people are we talking about? The people are called the Walu. All right. The Walu it just means divine manifestation. Now, the Walu, we could have been called by many other names. Netchers, Israelites. You could be called whatever Indian native tribes that are located within the northern or south region of Americas, in the central region of Americas, whatever tribes, they're still Tuwalu. And you might say, well, how can you put that on? Because throughout different ages, names change, but the purpose remains the same, bro. You feel me? Like, we're all here to fulfill some form of purpose and some sort of general theme in order to either evolve our species or take us into a point of, where we're not evolving or not growing in a sense. So the Messiah Code, this is what I represent, is just a way, a collective body of people can operate and function peacefully. All right, we can do business with each other because it's a code. You think about, I broke down Messiah. I was talking about a Messiah is a leader or a savior of a particular group or a cause. But you have many Messiahs throughout many ages, throughout many cultures. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm breaking down code. Code, you know, we can talk about like not go into the meaning of it, but I got some slides for you too, bro. But I'm just coming off the head right now, just so I can just
Gotcha.
give
Okay.
y'all a general feeling of what you know I represent, and not only I, because I don't really like saying I would say we as a collective. All right, because again, the Walu could mean not only divine manifestation, the Walu also means transcendent consciousness. Okay.
Go ahead. You can go ahead and share whatever you want.
All right, that's what's up. Let me see if I can share my screen with you, bro.
Gotcha.
Share screen.
Also, so how long have you been like looking into your family history? When did you know that,
Bro, I love that question. That's a hot question. Check me out. I actually inherited a Bible uh from my mother, and that came from her mother. That came only reason why it came to me because my mom didn't have no females. She only had boys. But I got a Bible from 1652 that was crafted by Philippe de Chopin, bro. And I mean crafted, not crafted by Philippe de Chopin. It's actually in the Ponchatoula Library right now. If you're in the Ponchatoula, Louisiana area, you can actually go see my family Bible in their library. All right, but that that has my lineage and my family members all the way back to, I'm gonna say, the 1700s. No, that's no, what do you call that? It's some others. You know how they be looking up their genes and stuff. I'm cool with that, but my peoples, I know who they are up into the 1700s. I'm trying to share this screen real quick. I'm trying to figure this out.
I got you.
Yeah, cool. Let's see if you got this one. Yo, okay. Okay, we're gonna break this stuff down. Let's see if we can get it popping. Let me make it a little bit bigger, and hopefully y'all can see it better. That's cool. That's cool, bro. Question: what is the Messiah code? What do you teach? Because I don't want nobody thinking that we building a whole new religion or something like that. We don't focus on death. We focus on life, bro. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people ask me, where you go to when I die? I mean, has anybody told you? I mean, for real. You only got detailed reports of somebody saying they came back from the dead and whatever. You didn't watch a YouTube video or something. I mean, personally, somebody that came back from the dead and told the story of what's going on after you die. All right. They got AI technology right now, uh, where they're projecting the consciousness of the mind into what is considered to be the ethers, bro. So they're trying to delve into that realm or where you go to after you die. That's not my position. That's not what I'm here to teach, bro. I'm not here to teach none of that. You can go to any one of your spiritual gurus or whatever. I would say go inside of yourself, because I always teach the people that God is an experience, bro. And you might say, well, what God? Well, you figure that out. Okay. But what we teach in the Messiah code, peace, What we teach in the Messiah Code is this, bro. You got general principles that you abide by. Like, for instance, like in order to navigate to a certain direction, or a certain place, you're going to need directions. You're going to need coordinates to get to that place. In order to get to righteousness, you need certain principles to abide by as a man and also as a woman. And if you don't have these ethics, or you have, you know what I'm saying? You have no standing, period. All right. So what is a Messiah? Let's break it down. Let's break it down real quick. I showed y'all the meaning of it, right? Messiah. Messiah is what? All right, and now it says the promised deliverer of a Jewish nation prophesied in the Hebrew Bible. That's getting kind of fishy right there. We ain't gonna go there though. But it says the second meaning of Messiah, it says a leader or savior of a particular group or a cause. You can't blow this up bigger so they can see this, bro. Let me see. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. My dad is our historian. I know that's right. So I consider a Messiah to be a leader or a savior of a particular group or a cause, bro. Real simple. Y'all can get real religious if you want. A leader or savior of a particular group or a cause. What is a movement? A movement is a group of people working together to advance their what? Shared political, social, and artistic ideas. Real simple. Real simple. It ain't no whatever. It ain't no Messiah Code movement. This is the Messiah. A Messiah is a leader or savior of a particular group or cause. That means it's time for you to do something in your hood. And then it says movement, a group of people working together to advance their shared political, social, or artistic ideas. It don't say nothing about believing in God.
Yeah.
You hear me, bro? Like, this is what I want the people to know, what I'm here to represent. I don't want no cult-like following. I don't want us to think that this is what this is about. No, this is about a group of people working together to advance their shared political, social, or artistic ideas. Okay? Now, I can go into the memorandum and just give you a brief synopsis. Bring me back on the screen, bro. Can you bring me back on the screen with this? Because I want the people to see me. I want the people to see my eyes, see my feeling of what I'm saying. Hear me out. So the Messiah Code, it says this is an archive of information that is and have been moving throughout the mainframe for an eternity of time and space, of what we call time and space. All right. The greater consciousness of thought, the hard drive of self-awareness. How can I explain what the codex is? Like, damn, I can't even really explain it, but I'm going to give you the best thing I can give you, because the Messiah Code is an archive of information that is, has been, and will be moving throughout the mainframe for an eternity of what we call time and space. It's been called by many things. You might call it Tahuti. Some people in ancient Kemet, they called it Tahuti because it's the realm of the mind and how you log, and Tahuti along with Matt. You know what I'm saying? How you log them, how the mind log time and space. All right. But I'm not going to go into that because it's not like I don't follow ancient Egypt, but that's not what I represent, bro. Okay. I just want the people to be clear. I'm a noun historian. I'm our story, or I deal with our story, while people deal with history. You know, I solved my story, which is the mystery.
You got the transition of a historian. I can see it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, like, I feel as though this, and I'm gonna say this for real, for real. You know, we are the gods and goddesses that they're going to be worshiping 1,000, 2,000, Andre, 3,000 years from now, bro.
Yep. Facts.
You feel me? You are the great ones. Like, I want you to know. Like, think about it. A lot of the mystery, y'all wonder how the ancient Egyptians did this and how they went. Y'all want, like, I think it belongs in a museum and to be honored, not to be trying to delve into it like to the point that you diluting the true teachings of what it was, because we're not there. We're not submerged in the true culture of what uh ancient Sumeria was, ancient Egypt was, or Native America. Well, you want to go back to that. So we got to be the great ones. That's why I look. We coming into the age. This is the age of Aquarius, bro. The age of logic and truth to be revealed and poured on your soul and your mind. That's what this age is about, bro. It ain't about anything else. And we are the ones coming. Look, we are out of the age of Pisces. I explained that in one of my poems when I said the two hemispheres of the brain, that's the Siamese. I said the two hemispheres of the brain, that's the Siamese. We coming out the belly of the whale. That's the age of Pisces. You feel me? Like the belly of the whale, Jonah in the belly of the whale is us coming out of the age of Pisces, coming into the age of Aquarius, bro, or the age of information, or what we call Tanun. All right. But I can go real deep in that. So do I read the Bible or practice the Bible? Yes. But I don't look at it as the Christian scriptures consisting of the Old and New Testaments, because a Bible, they just coined that word to coin spirituality. Bible actually is it's a biblos. Etymology, the English word Bible is derived from what? From biblia, Romanized ta biblia, meaning books. So when somebody say, man, I follow the Bible, you might get confused because they coined the word Bible and had you subjected to a whole religious perspective instead of you embracing the real perspective of what Bible truly meant, which is meant ta biblia, many books, all right, or biblos, same thing. And biblos is actually a city that's right here. It was an ancient, Byblos was an ancient Phoenician city, right? A port city of Gebal called Byblos by the Greeks on the coast of the Mediterranean Sea, or what is today called Lebanon. Byblos. So like we talking about a port. And this goes into like, it gets real spooky with this because they subjected us with so many words. It became spellbinding in a way to our understanding or our recollection of reality itself. So when I say I follow the Bible, I go back to when I gave y'all in a minute, when I said this. It says this in the memorandum. My fault. I got you. It says the Messiah Code is an archive of information that is and has been moving throughout the mainframe for an archive of information. That is because code is really codex, bro. And code is when you think about a tree that's chopped down, or the codex, and when the tree is chopped down and the roots still remain. All right, meaning that we have a root home. We have a root to our greater consciousness, but we got to first realize that we are the great ones. We should be really investing in the education of mathematics, engineering, anything that's technology based, bro. Anything that is spooky, we need to really get out of it, and we need to go back to being inventors and taking our power back, bro. All right. So do you have any questions before I move forward?
Nah, man, that's perfect. That explains itself right there. And I hope everybody is following along with that, because that presentation right there, it's telling you from the standing point of what's actually taking place.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. So our archive is a collection of historical documents or records providing information about what? A place, institution, or a group of people. So this is like a lot of us, we're trying to find out who we was instead of finding out who we are. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Facts.
I
Facts.
get, look, we Kofa the situation all day, meaning that we look back to the great ones, but we got to realize that we need to step up to the plate and be the greater ones. Wouldn't you want your child to do greater things than you, bro? Or you want your child to be confined in a cage of your thoughts and your ideas? No, you want your child to take, or excuse me, I want to say child because you think about baby goats. But but I'm just saying, like, you want your offspring to more or less follow in your footsteps, but do greater things than what you have done in this world. All right. So that's what this is all about too. So I want to explain this too, real quick, that we're living in a book. Let me break this stuff down. You hear me out. We're living in a book. Now you might say, I get it. I'm gonna write me a diary tomorrow. Yeah, my life. Well, no, I mean, we're really living in a book. When you think about what is a book, okay? And let me give you the principles that define a book. And I'm gonna prove today that we're living in a book. Well, really, excuse me, pardon me. Some of us are living in a book, bro. Because some of us are locked in what is considered to be the matrix. Once you come out of the matrix, you go into the book or the kitab. All right. The matrix is what we call the dunya. Okay. Hear me out. So when you break out of the matrix, you come, because they never tell you where you go. A lot of these brothers be kicking the knowledge, but they say, yo, you locked in the matrix, we in the matrix. But they never say, well, okay, well, where you go when you come out of the matrix? Because the matrix is a womb, right? That's what a matrix is. It's a womb, a provisionary state. You being provided for by everything. Everything is being provided for you. Your God, what is cool, what is fresh, what your female, how your mentality, just to keep a balance and order. All right. So listen how I break down this book situation, because we're going to deal with the math. Okay. So now you got your area. The area that you live in, you're being tested by. And that's the length and the width that you travel day and night. Let's say I go to my workplace. I go to get some food. I go home. You actually created a geometrical shape. All right. You feel me? Because you went from point A to point B to point C, back to point A, where you reside at, where you rest at. Okay. So this is your area. You're being tested by your area. So another name for the area is called a Qibla, because the face of a cube is called the area, which is a Qibla. And that which you face is your area. You got to be able to face the challenges of your area. So now this is governed by what? Length and width, because you travel to and fro, bro. Am I right? Now we're going to go up to a higher dimension of thought. Because why? Why is that? Because now you're tested by the height of your mind, the height of the things that you can endure. You get what I'm saying? It goes into a different space. You're not just tested by the area which is guarded by your feet. You're tested by the height which is guarded by your mind. You hear me? So now we're doing area times height, because the height is the height that your mind can travel, but your feet can only travel to and fro. But your mind can travel in distant places, bro. You understand? So you do multiplication with this. Now you multiply. What do you have when you multiply height times area? You get what? Volume. Volumes of your book. There you go. You got volumes of your book. There you go, bro. Because life is still guarded by what is called a rectangular prism. A rectangular prism is what I just described, but I was just talking about life. I was just talking about life, bro. I said, man, you walking in your area, you create a geometrical shape in your area. Now you got the height. The height is your mind, because your mind is you moving up to 3 dimensions, up from your feet. You feel me? Now we talking about the mind. I'm talking about the height. Now, when you multiply area times height, you get volume or volumes of the book that you write in life. Okay, that's the rectangular prism. So yeah, we're living in a book. Now let me break this stuff down. You got a map. You got a map, bro, to see reality itself. Here's the map right here. This is the map to see everything and everything that you ever wanted to see in life or in reality. It is right here in these shapes that I'm showing you right now. And I'm going to give you some mathematics to accompany it. Watch this. So it says that in Genesis chapter 6, but I ain't going to get in the Bible, that man was only given 120 years. All right? Hear me out. The 120 is really 120 degrees. You know what I'm saying? 120. As 5%ers, we got the 120 lessons. Remember that? But 120 is really one eye, because you got 120 and then you got another 120. So now you got 2020. You get what I'm saying? Because 1 times 20 equals what? 20. Because you got 120 here and then you got 120 here. So now you got 2020. So these are degrees of perception. This is how I'm breaking this stuff down. So now 120 so happens to be the circle, right? You see that? The all-seeing eye with the dot in the middle, right? You see it? Can you see it, bro, on the screen? Okay, now
Yeah,
that's the circle. That's the world. You're able to see the world, but this is the feminine aspect of things as well with that circle. All right? But then you got the square. Now, a lot of people, when they look at the square, they look at the square like this. But this is a different type of square. This square is like this, meaning that the eye is open, bro. The eye is not closed. If the square was like this, that would mean that the eye is closed. But the square is like a diamond, which means the eye is open, bro. And it's like it's a mystery system I'm breaking down as well, because you are the diamond that slayed Goliath. If you go into Daniel chapter 2, verse 30 on and read to 40, you'll see how it actually was the diamond that slayed that image or that beast or that oppositional force was you. You were the diamond that was created through the pressures of life, bro. You became that diamond and you slayed Goliath. So that's the thing with the eye being open, because you're in tune with the secrets, okay? With the square on that eye. Now you might say, well, why the freak? Well, I gave you 120 and 120, right? 120 and 120. Well, it's another 120 that we're not talking about. Am I right? It's the 120 of what you knows. What you knows, right? It goes down to the triangle. I got, like, if we doing sacred geometry, I got to bring the triangle in it, right? Because the triangle is symbolic of the number 13, because you got 3 points in one face. 1, 3, 1. Cool. All right. So I gave you the circle, so you able to see 361 degrees. And then I gave you the square, so you're able to see 361 degrees as well. And then now we're moving on to the triangle. Now, what's so deep about the triangle is it represents the nose. The nose is actually an eye as well. How do you turn on what is considered to be your third eye? You have to breathe through your nose. That is a fact, Jack. Because when the oxygen goes up, guess what happens? Something happens to you, man. I can show you. I'm gonna fast forward in a slide, but something ignites. You know what ignites, bro? It's called the olfactory bulb. In order for your third eye to ignite up, you have to breathe through your nose. And it goes right here, but it lights up it lights up an object in your brain, bro. All right, which is called the olfactory bulb. Now, I'm gonna tell you something. You know what's so deep about it? Have you ever smelt something and then you remember some shit like back in the day? Just from you smelling it. Because it's the olfactory bulb. The olfactory bulb brings you back to that sensation of the moment. This right here is the secret into tapping into the ancient ones of the past as well as our descendants of the future. That triangle right there. All right, and it points up right there to the third eye.
You know something too? What I
Yes,
had
sir.
caught when you was talking about the 120. If you add
Yes,
another
sir.
120, that'd be your third eye. That'd be the 360.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah, because
sir.
that geometry play a big role because the geometry is actually Metatron is in charge of the geometry. Metatron, the cube, Metatron, the angel.
Yes, sir. Yo,
Mm-hmm.
how many degrees in a circle, bro? It's 361 because it's
Mm.
a dot in the middle. Remember that. That's the degree that they forgot to tell us about. You can't measure the circle. You can't define what the circle is without the dot in the middle. And 361 is actually, bro, 19 times 19. Bro, it's a universal number, bro. You feel me? 361 is 19 times 19. And what is 19? Everything that goes between the 1 and the 9. Feel me? It's
That's
the
deep.
one dot, the one degree that they forgot. And I can, man, this goes real deep. It goes real deep. Let me finish this up though, the build with that. Because how do you find because now we talk about the triangle, right? I said you got 120 here, 120 here. You got to do the math now, bro. It's like math behind this stuff because we're talking about two congruent angles or three congruent angles, matter of fact, of 120, of 120 degrees lessons. These degrees are how you chart or navigate yourself throughout life, bro. You understand? So now we got the foundation. We need to find the height of the object because if we do 120 or 20 times 20, we got 400, right? And 400, if you think about the base, what would the base be, bro? The base would have to be, it would have to be basically 24 because you got 12 and 12. Because if you think about it, what do you see? 24 hours, or what your perceivable reality is 24 hours a day. So that 24 hours, if you break it down mathematically, that's why I'm connecting this up. My fault, excuse me. The 24 hours would be the base of this triangle. So you split it in half, and that would be 12. So now we're utilizing the same numbers. This is what I'm trying to tell you. We're utilizing the same numbers because it's 12, 12. Now, if you find the base is so happens to be 24, you would actually have to split it in half. And then you would have to do the square root. You would have to do the square root when you split it in half. And 12 times 12 so happens to be 144. And that's why I put this in here, bro, because you got the 12 zodiacs, you got the 12 disciples, 12 zodiac. It's like 12 is the canopy of the sky, but I'm utilizing the same number as 120, except for I just took the zero off. All right.
So
You will get
what's your perspective on that 144? Is that the calling of a new frequency?
it's the resonance of the birch tree, which is a sacred tree of my people. It's a sacred tree of the northern hemisphere, actually. The birch tree. Matter of fact, most of your speakers are made from birch. Most guitars are made from birch, bro. Why? Because of the resonance of the sound. And birch is symbolic of the number 12 in our culture. and you do that, it resonates to 144. But also the sample rate from what you can hear is 44.1 hertz, megahertz. You already know. I know people that do music, they know
Yeah,
what I'm talking about.
yeah.
You know what I'm
I feel
saying?
you on that. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So it's resonance. Whether see, you got to think. You can't be thinking about you. All like as messiahs, we see things frontwards and backwards, up and down, left and right, bro. We see it like that, like the cross, like the galactical cross. We can see all the numbers every way that you give it to us, like Schrodinger's equation, almost like how they do quantum physics. Like you might how can they do how can they get rid of a binary and do quantum physics? Because basically Schrodinger's equation is saying that, let's say a cat is in a box, right? And you say, I don't know if the cat is dead or not. So whether the cat is dead or not, it can be anything while it's in a box. You get what I'm saying? So that's it goes into the quantum area of your mind of anything could be possible within the realm of your mind until it is observed. Okay? But going back to this mathematics, let me finish this equation up. If you take the two eyes, the two congruent angles of the eyes, which is 120, right? And you times that, you get 400. You take the base of the object, which is 24, you got to split it in half. All right. I know I'm taking y'all back to high school, but hear me out. You split it in half, you get 12. All right. You got 12 hours a day and you got 12 hours a night. You understand? You got one eye for the day and one eye for the night. You get what I'm saying? So that's what the 12 was representing. Okay. Now you do the multiplication, you got 256. When you subtract 144, subtract 400, you get 256. And 256, let me tell you something. If I go to your cell phone right now, I bet you in most cases you got an IPv4 address. And this is what governs how networks are connected because they use the frequency of 16 times 16. All right. And basically, what is called an octet it's called an octet. You got three dots, and in between your IP address, you have a figure that can go from 0 to 255. And you might say, well, why didn't it go to 256? In actuality, 0 is a number, but it represents nothingness. So it is 256, but the 0 counts as nothingness, but it still has to be counted as a number. So this defines our reality, is what I'm explaining. It's talking about how we are in the new age of what is called information, and we got to get out of old means of spirituality. Technology has come to the point it's natural, bro. Like imagine yourself without a cell phone. Imagine yourself without a bathroom, should I say. Imagine yourself without certain things that you have been privy to in life itself. So what I'm telling you is that it has come to the point in the age of Aquarius that these things are set to merge. These things are set to merge. All right, man and machine, if it hasn't already. And going back to the olfactory bulb, you know, when you breathe and meditate, you breathe through your nose and you focus on this point. A lot of ways that the people that are connected with the movement, how we meditate, is we touch certain portions of our brain. And I'm gonna give everyone here that's watching an exercise and try it sometime. You got 5 different lobes. All right. What you do is utilize the left hand. You create a circuit of sort when you touch the frontal lobe. All right. You touch the frontal lobe. You touch the temporal lobe. You touch the parietal lobe. You touch the occipital lobe, and then you touch the cerebellum. A lot of times, you ever see me pray like this or see me meditate, I do like this, or a lot of the members of our tribe would go like this, because in actuality, you can utilize left brain because the left side of the brain, bro, is to control right brain activity. Now, remember, the right brain is used for your imagination, your creativity, your astral projection. In your astral projection, in your meditation, if you are actually touching these lobes, you can actually feel yourself in your astral projection because the fingers actually connect up to the synaptic nerves as well. I mean, you open up synaptic nerves by just moving your fingers. All right. But your fingers alone separate us from all the creatures of the world. We can do things. Yeah, you might say a monkey got fingers and certain other man. No, we got fingers. We create things with these fingers. You know what I'm saying? We have the ability to shape things into reality. Even when they talk about Yahweh, they denote him by the yod or by the fingertip. You understand? My fault, bro. I'm going in.
You good? You good, bro? Yeah, you just dropping jewels. I see you,
It's just
man.
all the Messiah code. It's just us
Yeah,
cracking the code, bro.
you good?
Can you bring that?
You want?
Can you bring that screen back up? So we
Okay,
was we was
got
talking
you.
about the olfactory bulb, and what I was
Uh-huh.
saying is that when it's important for you to be in around certain environments because when you be around certain environments, you start to smell certain things. Certain things will come back to you. I'm talking about like lifetimes of stuff. You feel me, bro? Like it can be things that happened to you when you was young or things that happened to you in a distant life. Now, I'm a firm believer that in this, I'm not going to use the word believe, but I'm going to say this. I'm a I what I proclaim or what I how should I say, what I express to the community that it is a such thing as reincarnation, but it's also a sense of creation as well. You know what I'm saying? The big bang or the combustion of or the explosion of something coming into reality itself. It's also that why you think the universe is furtherly expanding to fill the void of things that are coming into existence, bro. Like, I another thing, the divine force separated these powers because you probably can blow a whole galaxy when you impregnate a woman during the conception. Keep it real, because now
Facts.
you're creating a soul that's going to feel and it needs to travel the universe. It needs space. Imagine if you only got a little bit of space, how you feel. So that's how why the universe is expanding, because things are being created. But every time something's being created, bro, it's a big bang happening, and it's a bang that's happening of love. Ooh, 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 bang. But it's another bang that's happening of hatred on the other side of the world. Bang.
Mm-hmm.
Just to create balance. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? So yeah, that's another thing that I want people to understand, that
That's
the
dope. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
responsibility of us being gods and goddesses, we got to know what we're bringing into the world and what we're bringing into existence as well. So you got to be mindful when you're creating. You know what I'm saying? Because you could be bringing a destroyer into the void. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Just by the feeling that you had inside your heart. But go ahead, brother.
I was gonna say the spell of amnesia that was playing a role on our life for a very long time, for billions and billions years. These sleeping immortal gods that been sleep for so long, and now we in the awakening stage of you know understanding who you are and stepping into that true power, which you were saying. But
Yes, sir.
another thing with the gods that's playing a role too, um, these new bodies have been upgraded since then.
Oh
So we
yeah.
we don't we don't carry the same image, but we're gonna be them same. We're gonna be them same immortals that we once was. But we just upgraded like a butterfly coming out of a cocoon.
Hey, bro, you know what I feel about incarnation?
Yeah.
What if I tell you that incarnation is only possible if the body looks like its previous owner? that the soul is about to inhabit.
Mm.
For real. Like you know how they say the eyes are the doorway to the soul?
Yeah.
Have you ever like I wrote a book called Inception of Mental Reality, right? Where
Mm-hmm.
I break
I'm
down
gonna bring you up on the big screen.
yes, sir. I
Bring
wrote
you up
a
on the big screen. Okay.
okay, I wrote a book called The Inception of Mental Reality. And in this book, I explain a ceremony that one can do. But
Mm-hmm.
it's an initiation of sort into the spiritual realm. And only you can do it. And it's
Mm-hmm.
called the scroll of eyes. And within the scroll of eyes, you actually ask yourself 7 different questions. You know, it's the doubtful questions that you ask yourself, more or less. But you're looking at yourself in your eyes through some candle lights, and you're making sure that nobody's there to interrupt you for a period of time. But
Mm-hmm.
you're looking at yourself in your eyes like this. So what begins to happen for everyone, everyone has a different experience, all right? But generally speaking, you get to peer into the past, present, and the future. All right. So what I was explaining about reincarnation, like a lot of us look like different people, same people. Like, you know, like it's different people that look just alike. You might even say, "Yo, man, such as you look such as like such and such, such and such." Some of us look like famous people, and some of
Mm-hmm.
us look like a certain type of person. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I would regard myself like my certain features of my face. It's like you can kind of do a potato man with me and
Mm-hmm.
remake me easy because of the template design of what I look like. Now, it would be acceptable for me as a soul to inhabit a body that looks the same. Am I right? Unless I want to
Mm-hmm.
upgrade and I don't like myself. But if I favor myself and I figure I look decent enough and I really like this image, I'll reincarnate into something that looks in the same way.
Similar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Similarity. Yeah. I noticed that because being the fact that we come with great power, and being the fact we have so much love in our heart, we love the things like images wise, and we hold on to that love. You feel me? Like I got love for that image. I'm just gonna keep it, and I'm just gonna critique it a
Yeah.
little bit. You feel
I
me? I'm gonna
think
critique.
it goes deeper than
it.
that too, bro. It
Yeah.
goes with the numbers. Like when's your birthday?
June the 5th.
June
I'm
the
on a
5th.
Gemini.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I remember you was telling me that.
Yeah.
Yo,
Gemini.
like another thing is the frequency of numbers. We chose to be here on the numbers that we came manifested in.
Yeah.
Because like let's say you try to come in on channel 1 and you at channel 8,
Mm-hmm.
it's not gonna work, bro.
Yeah.
It's not gonna work. You're gonna come in with diseases, defects. You're gonna come into this world like you try to trick the system, come back, and you come in on the wrong, your ass landed on the wrong number. Guess what happens? You get defects. If you land on the right number, you come out with certain things that you realize that are perfection. Keep it real. Because the frequency, the harmony is not right. The body, all dis-ease is dis-ease, but it's a frequency of harmony of how the body operates as well to have a functionality of sort in order for you to be healthy itself, to have limbs and the way you grow and the way you develop, your body develop. It's also a frequency that channels this.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Also what I find out that we living in a world, like I was stating a couple of videos ago, how the mind and the body is like we like Minecraft 2.0.
Mm,
Being the fact that you're a creator, we can create everything as in our own reality, you so to speak.
yes,
Because once
sir.
we
Yes,
create
sir.
things in our reality, we can create our own frequency as well. We can
That's
create
right.
our own Schumann resonance frequency. So much power in these bodies that we can do. I mean, the mind and the brain is like unlimited to like tap into like different characterizations of the body because
Mm,
this power, man, goes a long way. And we can, and something that we did when we first fell from this power. Now we're stepping back into power, and we humbled ourselves back into the power.
mm, mm. I like that. I like that. I look at it as water, bro. If you look
Yeah,
at the water, water can take any shape. You put it in any vessel, it's going to take the shape of any vessel, bro. You know what I'm saying? But what's so special about water? It takes it takes how should I say? Not just the shape of a certain object. It transforms itself and travels throughout the universe. You know what I'm saying?
yes, uh-huh,
I feel as though a lot of us are what is considered to be twin souls that reigned upon the world. And as
yeah,
we reigned upon the world, we landed in different places in different times, but we came from the same aqueduct or cloud.
yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Also, when I was doing, also when I was doing a lot of meditation, because I work with a lot of different angels, and I work with a lot of different beings. So when I'm going into the like different meditations, I get these programs that come in. Also, it manifests in like physical. So you'll have a brief understanding of what it is, and a lot of people are really scared to pretty much tap into that part of them. You know what I'm saying? That's what we need to do. We got to stop being so scared, because anytime that your body is buckled down from fear, you actually taking one step back and you repeating that same cycle over again. So we got to come from that fear cycle, move forward, understanding your power, and step into greatness, because you a goat. Everybody's a goat. I mean, we done this a million times. You just don't remember.
Mm,
You just don't remember. So
mm,
once that Thanos snap come in, and you come to realization who you truly are, then you'll understand how powerful you is inside your body, because you hold the
mm,
whole galaxy inside of your body. You
mm,
manifest that in real time. You're a walking solar system.
mm. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I like that. I like that information. That's good stuff, bro. Some good stuff. Yeah. I think I think we share the same information in the Messiah code.
Yeah,
Different people call these energies or these whatever's, they call it different names, and they you know, but generally speaking, the principle is still the same. You
it
know,
is. It is. It just
like
broke down in different words. Yep.
what I was talking about with the water again, breaking that down, bro. Water actually has memory. It knows where it been at. You feel me? Like it knows where it's traveled the universe. It knows where it's been. So when you focus, a lot of times when you focus, you're tapping into the great water, bro. You know, I got something else for you. See if I can put this in the comment section. We're gonna have a whole lot of fun if I could. I want to put something from my book in here, bro. Uh
Yeah, I definitely was going to tag that into.
yeah, The Secrets of Law. I got a couple books, man. I got 13 books that I wrote. Um and each book, it's just, I explain a different part, a different aspect of what the Messiah code is. All right. I'm trying to pull out something. My fault. I'm trying to find. I was trying to find something so I can kind of put something in the comment section. But what I wanted to kind of explain, like, let's say you take this turtle, right? This turtle has principles that embody it. Like the turtle teaches us healthy boundaries by the shell. Okay. It teaches us stability as well as moving with grace, not the rush in the suit of battle. You move gracefully. We gods. You know what I'm saying? Time is a dimension that only only you can control. It's the only dimension you can control truly because it's in your mind.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But The turtle teaches us to move gracefully, bro, through
Yeah,
things.
definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Um,
As well as the protection and boundary. But go ahead.
yeah, I was just definitely saying that you need a lot of leave a lot of contact information in the tags below so people can you know redirect about where your book's at and how to reach you and stuff like that for any questionnaires.
Okay. Right now, what people can do is I'll just probably leave it. I'll leave an email and we'll do it privately because I don't
Yeah,
have I don't have any books printed out at the moment, and I would rather send somebody a PDF version, and they can just send a donation or whatever or a sponsorship. That'd be cool. But if I could, I'm gonna try to pull up a couple of my books real quick,
yeah.
and then we'll build. I'm gonna keep that brief though. I ain't gonna go too long with it.
So we are entering a new age that's actually taking place right now. But we are actually going through a big process of cleaning up Mother Earth, and Mother Earth is going through the transition. That's why we see all these
Yeah.
this devastation of chaos energy and floods and bad weather and all that. And another thing people need to understand that this have to take place like it
Hey,
is.
bro, what do you consider? I don't mean to cut your wisdom.
Go ahead.
What do you consider to be bad weather, bro?
Uh, the people respond that way. They think it's bad. Oh, it's bad. The
I mean,
hurricane.
when it's a
Oh,
rainy day, people be pissed off. I mean,
yeah. It's
hurricanes
the
bring seeds from different places.
see, Mother Earth is a conscious being, so she can pretty much like a mother would clean up her house. She go through the chemistry of like
I mean, before we
releasing.
move with the planet, though, right?
Yeah,
We
yeah,
move like,
before, but yeah, but Mother Earth is she moved like differently because you got to think we've been locked away from our dormant from our powers and our abilities for a long time. So Mother Earth is
I
pretty
get
much
that.
taking the wheel. She's taking the wheel, and she's going through the cleanup right now.
Uh,
So all that like the water with the floods and stuff like that, that's a purification of Florida water or sage, so to speak, because we got to get rid of that bad energy on the land. You feel me? Because that
I
bad
get that.
energy been on this planet for a long time.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah,
Definitely, definitely, definitely feel you on that. I feel as though we really gotta get off the planet, bro.
yeah. We don't really supposed to belong here, but being the fact we have to do a cleanup, some people will transcend into the new 5D Earth. But
You know what I
we
mean?
only can stay, we can't stand that frequencies too long though. It's
Mm.
only gonna be for a couple
I'm,
of ages.
I'm gonna tell you what I mean by we gotta get off the planet. You know, a lot of the messiahs say you of earth and I'm of heaven.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They spoke of things like this in this nature. You know, back in ancient Egypt, it was called a man jet. You know what I'm saying? It had, or we call it the mothership. In Islam, we call it Dar, or well, as Muslims, we call it Dar Islam.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Some people call it the mothership, New Jerusalem. Like I said, in ancient Egypt was the man jet, Samaria, Nibiru. I mean, ancient Native America, they called it the Great Wind of sort. You know, I feel as though this force is literally, or what they call the mothership, is a relationship with the great ones of the past as well as the great ones of the future. You know, it has to land on your mind though, in a way. It's not like it's a crazy whatever shit that's gonna whatever, but it lands on your mind. But
Mm-hmm.
as you realize, as it lands on your mind, you don't become earthly no more. You're off the planet. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? Because traveling the universe, you know, what is faster than the speed of light? The mind, the speed of thought. Am I
yeah,
right? And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you catch up to your thoughts. That's when you having deja vu.
It's a lot of things gonna just take place, but it just have to be a lot of clearing out of space and getting rid of parasites, get rid of the negative energy
Yeah.
for the new earth to sustain itself.
What about
You
this?
know,
What about this? Let's not say negative like that because we know it has to be a balance of positive and negative.
yeah, yeah, definitely.
It's a force that I was talking about before. I said it's a greater enemy because
Yeah,
a lot of people they say look at the negative as the devil, and then they look at the positive as God, or the
yeah,
God is good. God is good all the time, but it's good because you learn lessons from what is being done by the process. But it may not feel good all the time. You know what I'm saying? In a sense.
mm-hmm.
But it's another thing that we consider to be bad. You know what I mean? Good and bad and good. And it just gets confusing in a sense because what's good to me may
Look
not be
right back
good to
now.
you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It gets real confusing. So, oh man, it goes deep, man. I don't know. I don't know what I
Yeah,
could say
I
about
know
that.
exactly what you're saying. I know exactly what you're saying. Because I'm gonna just say lower level, low vibration energy that's holding us back. Put it like that.
Yeah.
Because because it have to be a release mechanism put in place for everything to go forward to the new evolution. So
Yeah, I
that's
mean, I
why
think
this
I think we gotta have good and bad because
yeah.
I might wanna, man, you ain't gonna just take nothing from me.
Yeah,
I'm all
yeah.
good and now I'm all
So
you gonna run my
well,
pockets. No, it ain't
peep
happening
this.
like
So
that.
peep this. I get downloads from angels, like a personal talking spirit experience.
Okay.
My connection is actually getting more better
Angel
with
is a messenger, right? Isn't angel where they say angelos, it still means messenger, right? I mean Malak,
yeah,
angelos.
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah,
I mean the English terminology we think about babies
yeah.
with wings or some shit, like some Greek naked babies with
Uh,
wings.
well, these
We talk
different
about this
beings,
shit.
they well,
I'm just saying when you say angels, bro, because
I say it like that because people know that word from a long time ago. It derived from angelic to angels. You know what I'm saying?
okay,
So yeah,
I was
so
just saying
just like this book right here. See how it's angelic. So, but
sigils.
see, it's like, but they
I like
celestial beings
sigils.
too. But these beings of light, you feel me? So basically, each and every one of us come with our own personal legion. That's locked in dormant inside of
What
you.
do you mean by
So
legion? Like a whole bunch
okay,
of dudes that's running with you?
we got a whole army that's built inside of us.
I get that.
Okay, each and every one of us can possess this army, but see,
I get that.
uh, that a lot of that stuff been locked away. A lot of people don't know how to use their army.
Can
They
I can I
don't.
can I elaborate on that army 1 second? Or
Yeah,
what we
yeah.
call that
Go
in
ahead.
our culture?
Yeah.
In our culture, we call it the three Sams. The
Okay.
army that you talk about is Legion. You got one Sam that is the prophet.
Yeah.
You got the other Sam that is the one with strength. He doesn't have the mental strength as the prophet Sam has. He has the
Uh-huh.
brute strength.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got the other Sam that got the guns, Uncle
Mm-hmm.
Sam.
Yeah.
All these
Yeah.
are form of Samson, or what you call Sam.
Well, see, people don't understand that you have chaos beings inside of you. Every
Okay,
last one of us has chaos beings inside of us.
kick some
Every
ass,
last one
right?
of us have every last one of us had a assigned angelic leadership that's actually been guarding you all your life since you was a little
I
tadpole
think
coming
I
out of the
think you
sperm.
I think when you know that exists is when you feel that flame inside you when you want to
Yeah,
do
that's the
something
black.
about
Yeah, Michael was
you feel
telling me.
that flame.
Michael, it's called the black flame. Um,
Yeah.
uh, basically that black flame have to be activated in a certain. You have to die of a spiritual death,
Okay.
and once you die of a spiritual death, you can actually receive the next tier of this advancement energy, which you upgrade into like above immortal. Somewhere you bridging out and you understanding the principle of like the laws and the mot and everything that comes with it. So you basically do have to die of a spiritual death. Everybody
do. I respect that.
Yeah,
I respect that. I just wanted to see how your teachings related to my teachings.
Yeah. I come from the book, and also I actually tap into like different beings that just as well as like the light. You feel me? The light bearer, because we've been the light bearer all our life. If you a
said
rebel,
Lucifer is the light bearer. When you say light bearer, you saying Lucifer, right?
Yeah, a rebel.
Okay.
Each.
I just wanted to be clear because I'm listening to you talk.
Yeah.
But you ain't talking too fast. I'm listening to everything you saying.
Okay. Each and every last one of us have a rebel. We have a rebel side of us. That rebel side of that rebellion side. You know what I'm saying? Like, just like when things you don't seem to look at, you know what I'm saying? Some people look at different aspects of things, don't know if it's right or wrong. Just like a person finna get a whooping. You rebelling against a, you know what I'm saying, a system. You're rebelling against a responsibility. You rebel. That's that rebellious energy. You feel me?
Yeah. Okay. So what do you call that energy? What do you call it again?
The light energy. Well,
you call it the light bearer.
I call it the bearing energy. I call it the Lucifer, the light bearing energy. I mean, light bearing energy resonate with all of us. You know what I'm saying? Because that light bearing energy is that the rebel side of you. You know what I'm saying? That side that don't want to take no for an answer. That side that stand up. You know what I'm saying? Well, just like a person were to you know, like 2020. Let's take 2020 for understanding. When that when that jab came around.
All right.
You got people that rebel against that. That's the rebel side of you.
I get what you're saying, because it almost talks about that. Let me see if I can hear you without these.
Okay, I'm about finished. You can pick up.
Yeah.
Go ahead, man. I'm gonna go ahead and do one quick thing. I'm gonna let you take it.
It ain't sounding weird, right? Though it's cool, right? You still cool, right?
Mm-hmm.
No,
go ahead, man.
I was thinking about in the Quran how when Allah told Shaitan to bow down to Adam, and he refused to bow down, and that was a part of his rebellious nature that you're talking about. All right, you said Ogun, fire, Oya, the destroyer for rebirth. That's what's up. You know, let's say in the codex, let me share some information about the codex. All right, since we sharing a little bit of information. Wow, I know you was bringing me back to my PowerPoint. I got you.
Yeah, you want me to bring the share screen back up?
Oh, that's what's up. That's cool. I'll work with it. I work with the share screen because I didn't finish my slides anyway. I deal with the numbers, right? More or less. I read many holy books. I follow many cultures, but I always look for the numbers and how they correspond with one another. That's my theme. You know, because if I would want to speak to someone universally, what we have is numbers, regardless to anything. All right. So you got 4 totems that are associated with the codex. This was what I was explaining. You got the turtle, you got the owl, you got the feline, which is the cat, and then you got the fish. These are known as, you got Shell. Shell is known as the turtle. She is the one that presides over the turtle. All right. And one of the higher ways of we say peace is we say Shell Om, like which means this basically it's the universal tone of peace. Shell Om. I don't know if we say shell because shell actually represents the turtle, which is also she and L, the feminine and masculine principle. Then you got male. Male represents the owl. See, the owl is the nocturnal bird that sees through the darkness of disparity, but also the owl gives you the ability to tap into your intuition, to solve mysteries as well. Okay. And also to deal with the solitude of the matter and many other things, just generalization. And then you go down, you got cow, what we call cow and sail. Now, cow and sail are the feline and the fish. They're one body or one unit. One represents the eyes and one represents the ears. See, cow, which is the feline, represents the eyes. All right. So this enables you to see into the spiritual world. See, you utilize the eyes of the owl to delve the mysteries, to solve the mysteries of the spiritual world. So you have clarity. But in order to delve into the spiritual world, you use the eyes of the cat. All right. In principle. And then you use the ears of the fish, because the fish is represents in actuality to tap into the universal principle of listening. It's a meditative principle of the waters itself. All right. And this also teaches you flow and adaptability, the fish, and there's many other things. But these are general principles that embody what we consider to be the totems. Now, the codex is based on 31, what we call the 131. All right. Let me explain this real quick. If I tell you to pick a number between 1 and 31, your body is going to be on, or excuse me, you will be located with what on the body of what we call the Messiah based on those numbers. All right. I don't know if I thought I had a printout right here or something. I might have a way I can put it. But anyhow, each one of us are located in a certain position of the body. The body is the temple, okay? And that position within the body represents the lessons that are learned within that particular portion of the temple, okay? That's why I say 131. See, 131 took the place of your 1 and the 9. We were always used to that 1 and the 9 sequence, but we were brought out of the 1 and the 9 sequence and we were brought into the 1 and 31 sequence, which represented the body of the network or the Messiah. All right. That's what I'm doing. 131. You see it? 1, 3, and 1. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Which is Lamel. You see that? LML. Lamel is the sacred name as well as the sacred number. All right. So they said, I'm going to play with the numbers. I told you men and women lie, but numbers don't lie. I said that before on the broadcast, but I'm going to say it again for those watching. It says this in Quran 11:13, and I'm going to just use the frequency of numbers. Watch this. It says, or do they say he invented it? Say then, bring us 10 surahs like it that have been invented and call upon for assistance whomever you can besides Allah, if you should be truthful. So, and the Quran says, okay, you talking about this 131 crap. All right. This is talking about a sign of sort that we should pay attention to. Well, give us 10 type of examples if you're talking about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's a binary sequence itself. But the key about it is, if you look at it, the chapter is 11:13, which is 131. All right. I'll move forward. Watch this. Excuse me. My fault. I went down in my slides.
Let me use Go ahead, fam. Go ahead, fam. Go ahead. We got like 10 minutes. We good.
We got 10 more minutes?
Yeah, we got 10 more minutes. We good.
That's before 131, 1031, right? Oh my God, man. I gotta play with it real quick.
Well, you don't play no games, but I already see it, bro. No games.
Man, there's so many things I want to hit you with this, and because like for instance, when they talk about the birth of Christ, right? They utilize the number 131 in Luke chapter 1 verse 31. But it says, "Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God," bro. Um, my fault. I left it on that. I wanted to go to something else. Another slide, real quick. Um, let me uh, let me just keep it basic, real quick, so I can kind of sum it up. Can you get this on your screen? I'm trying to go to this. I got another. Let me see. It's let. Can it let me share screen again? It's allowing me. All right, I got it. I see it. Let me share this real quick, and then I'm gonna have an outro, and I'm gonna say what I gotta say.
Gotcha.
Let's see what I gotta say. All right, so real quick, this should be done. So what I was saying is that we all form a body. I'm trying to. There it is. I got the body for you right here. I wanted to show y'all all the body. There it is. You see that? That's the body right there. If you notice, that has 31 different positions. All right. Whatever number you came into reality with, you represent that position of the body. All right. These are called log dates. No longer in the age of information, or what you call the birthdays. We don't call them birthdays no longer. They're called log dates. It's how you logged in space and time. Somewhere or another, you decided consciously to decide to come into reality at this point. All right. So that's why it's called a log date. All right. What else I want to say? First Corinthians. I'm going to this 131 stuff again. No temptation has overtaken you, such as is common to man, but God is faithful, who will not allow you to be tempted beyond what you are able. But with temptation, you will make a way, will also make the way of escape, that you may be able to bear it. Meaning that life is a test. Everything that you go through is a test, in particular, of your development. This is training, bro. All of this. This is greater consciousness training, bro. Everything that you're going through. You know what I'm saying? It's a development of your mind to move into the ethers, or what they call it. So you're a galactical frequency. So you're able to move throughout the cosmos and resonate as a frequency. You know what I'm saying? It says, so then be careful how you live. Do not be it says, do not be unwise, but be wise, making the best of your time. Because what? Times are evil, yep. It's so easy to focus on the bull crap, and so easy to focus on things that take you off the path. All right. So this is a 515. This is a palindrome number. All right. Bringing you back, telling you, excuse me, be careful how you live. That's why I told you in the beginning. I said, I'm like, the people that are associated with the movement, we're really more or less focusing on our characteristics as people. You know, being the best versions of ourselves. You know, anything else you like, far as indoctrination of religious aspects of dogmatic slave mentality type of I would say religious concepts, I'm not with that, bro. Not at all. But I do utilize this thing as a weapon. I utilize all the books as a weapon because I feel as though that we're living in a book. I explained that and I proved it. that we are writing and creating volumes of a book. Your life is guarded by a rectangular prism itself. All right. Um, what else I want to say? Get in your meditation, stay focused. You know what I'm saying? Do you, but also don't be a sociopath, yo. Come out of the shell, turtle. Come out of the shell, turtle, and connect up with your family, man. Connect up with the people that love you, the people that want to connect up with you, and that would be the best approach of this. Whosoever call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved. There go 131 right there again for you. We scrambling the numbers, but we finding what they mean. Because why? The only way you can get out of the matrix, you got to be called, yo. You got to know your calling, your purpose. You hear me? Each one of us have a calling. If you go back to the movie The Matrix, when they was coming out of the Matrix, it's because they answered the phone. It's time for us to pick up the phone and know the calling and our purpose to fulfill in this life.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts, bro. Facts.
First Corinthians, I'm hitting you with these 131s. The Quran said, give us 10. I'm giving y'all a lot. Look at this. It says, so whatever you eat or drink or whatever you do it for the what? The glory of the universe, yo. Now you can call it by God or whatever name you want to call it, but that's a 131 right there, 1031 right there, First Corinthians. That's a 131. I'm giving y'all fruit for thought. Literal fruit for thought, bro. It's fruit for thought because I'm utilizing their books. I just utilizing the Quran and the Bible, and I'm just using the numbers to explain my point. That's it. That's all I'm doing. Is utilizing the number. Oh, let's go to a Romans 13:11, another 131. Here we go. Besides this, you know the time that the hour has come for you to wake from what? Sleep. For salvation. Salvation is Yeshua, is the Messiah. It's nearer to us now than when we first believed. That is correct, because the frequency of numbers are here for us to know. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. I want to blow this up. I want to blow this up for y'all. Yeah, let me do that for you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm using this 131 frequency, but I'm gonna use a up and down frequency also, which is 9 and 6, which are adverse to each other, but they are vectors. Okay, it says, "For to us a child is born, and to us a son is given, and the government shall be on his shoulders." You know what I'm saying? We make him the 9, but he's gonna have to face the 6. All right. I broke down Messiah, leader or savior of a particular group or cause. I already did that movement. This is a revamp. I broke down the rectangular prism of the mind. I did that on here. Master your square. Master your square. That's what I was talking about, the eye. When you unravel the secrets. You know what I'm saying? And you find that real eye. You know, also, the number 5, I didn't put that in here. The number 5 is just like the number 7 because it's composed of the circle and the square. So 5, that's why you used 5 fingers. You know what I'm saying? 20 is a product of 5. You know what I'm saying? Like all this 131 is a product of 5 because 5 is the circle and the square, bro. You understand? It's the circle and the square, and what's the easiest number to multiply? 5. You know it.
Yeah,
you
man.
like,
but
I
thank you, man. I thank you, family, for even dropping these jewels right there, man. For real, man. Definitely, bro. I need to show everybody how to reach you and put that in the links and stuff like that below.
Oh, yeah. Put that. This all they got to do is go to the YouTube channel, the Messiah Code.
Okay.
They can just Google me. Go to the YouTube channel, the Messiah Code.
I'm gonna bring you up on this big screen. Bring you up on the big screen.
Yeah.
Something else you want to share real quick before we close it out?
Here go. Let me elaborate on that real quick, and then I'm gonna outro you. You see this? Remember when you was talking about that 144? I was looking for this. This is what I wanted to show you in the Quran, right? I use the same numbers that 144 you was talking about, right? It says this, and we did not send a messenger except speaking in the language of his people to state clearly for them. And Allah sends astray thereby whom he wills and guides whom he wills. Yo, you see that? So it's no excuse to say you never got the message. The Quran, 144, we talk about resonance, right? We talk about resonance because we just talking about the megahertz and so forth, the sample rate, and how that 144 represents the chosen of sort. But if you go back, I'm utilizing the same numbers. I just went into Quran 14:4. It just said that it's no excuse for you saying that you never got this message. So I don't care what part of the planet you was in. You got this message to become a Messiah. Period. A savior. Now, all right, you gonna put me on the screen? I'll outro you real quick, bro. Say what I gotta say, man. Yes, yes. And Les, thank you for your time. You are the bomb. Shout out to the Purple Heart Soldiers. You know who it is. Man, you know who you are, my fault. Man, I love you, man. Thank you for sitting here, hearing me out, too, bro. Hearing my take, my little take on reality itself. All right.
I love the presentation, man. Definitely because it play a lot of similarity, as in your studies in the practice. It's actually the same. You feel me? Because everything is pretty much the same, but they just worded in so many ways. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Yes,
yeah.
Sir. I want to say, y'all messiahs. If anything, y'all been told that you're gods, you're goddesses, you're kings and queens, emperors and empresses. If anything you heard from your brother Lazarus Lamel, I'm telling you, you a messiah. All right? You the savior that they looking for. All right? That's what I'm gonna say to you.
Facts, man. This is another presentation from Tribal Country 44, and this is your boy Lazarus. He breaking it down, the Messiah code. You know what I'm saying? So y'all can look him up on Facebook too.
Yeah, wherever y'all at, put up that MeWe, man. That's the woman and the man, both on one hand.
Hey.
Yeah. If you can't do it, you just
that remind me of that. That remind me of Star Trek with the Klingons were doing that.
You a star on the track right now.
Yeah.
You a star on the track right now. You on the track.
Man. Blessings, bro.
Railroad.
Yeah. Blessings, bro. I'm sending nothing but love and peace to everybody, all your ancestors. Make sure you stay grounded. Make sure you pay homage to Mother Earth. Pay homage to Ra. Pay homage to the ancestors on this land. Because you already know we all in this together. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, through the trying times and the trials and the tribulation and the revelations, it's being unfolded that we are the gods of this land. So let's make that clear. I want everybody to focus and step into their power for who they are. So that's your boy Lazarus breaking down the Messiah code. We about to get up out of here, man. I'll make sure y'all like, subscribe, and you know what I'm saying? Play this joint back right here and learn all the jewels this man have been dropping today. This man been dropping nothing but jewels. You feel me? So, and peace, love to everybody, man. Yo.
Thank you, bro. Thank
Yo.
you.
Peace. One love to the mind. We out of here.